इतना सफर है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Good afternoon, one and all. A warm welcome to our 185th episode of Business Opportunity over Chai webinar series. Franchise India, we come we are among top 10 management consulting companies in India, and we work on 3 basic platforms: knowledge platform, marketing platform, and transaction platform. Franchise India is Asia's largest integrated franchise solution company, which was established in 1999. And we welcome our management team, Mr. Gaurav Maria, along with our second panel member, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, for this webinar. This webinar is hosted by both of them. During the course of the webinar, they'll be sharing their thought process, their industry prospects, as well as their word of caution with each one of us. And today we are representing Ignite Food, the brand which comes from food category. It's a multi-brand vegetarian cloud kitchen brand from Bombay. And we invite and welcome Mr. Vaibhav Loda to talk about his brand. If I talk about Vaibhav, he already enjoys 20 plus years of experience in brand building, strategy, and technology. After serving in corporate life, he joined his family business and now he has started something of his own with Ignite Food. Thank you so much, Vaibhav, for joining in today. Over to you for your presentation.
Thank you, Achana, for a warm introduction. I will just share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Vaibhav, thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. This is Vaibhav Loda, founder of Ignite Foods. Ignite Foods is a vegetarian-only multi-brand cloud kitchen company. We started our operations with one brand and one kitchen. Today, we run 5 brands and 3 kitchens. All our orders are freshly prepared with quality ingredients and packed to serve our customers. This company was started with a vision to create a vegetarian delivery only brand globally with more than 100 restaurants in 2 years. And we want to do this by serving delicious and comfort food to our customers at their convenience at an affordable price and at a great speed. We try to deliver all our orders under 45 minutes, which is where the food was received hot and fresh to the customer. It's a professionally run company with strong management. I, along with my partner, Chef Amit Puri, are aligned to make this one of the fastest growing internet restaurant company. Chef Amit Puri is a well-known name in the F&B industry. He started his career with Taj Group of Hotels and has worked with many international and national brands. With more than 20 years of experience in this industry, Amit is spearheading Ignite Foods with new concepts and menu development. The a major objective uh, to for this business is, we are passionate about creating exceptional, unique, and memorable food experiences with every meal we serve and for every occasion. And we are looking for alike partners with same passion to grow with us. We're investing heavily in brand building and strive hard to constantly deliver consistent taste and good quality with attention to finer details to make sure that every meal which is served is loved by a customer. Hygiene and safety is our topmost priority, and our kitchen team are well trained and follow best in class food preparation practices. Also, since we are investing heavily in brand building, so the brand visibility is increasing, and we have a good amount of followers and the customers. We have good number of repeat customers as well who are loving our food. So that brand loyalty is there. Our brands, so as we run multiple brands, some of our brands are the Tandoor Tail, Yakuza, the Sandwich Mania Company. The Tandoor Tail is an Indian restaurant which offers Indian delicacies and comfort food, which are prepared in a traditional Indian utensils for that authentic taste. Then we have Yakuza, which is a pan-Asian veg restaurant serving foods and flavors from across Asia. And then we have Sandwich Mania Company, wherein we serve wholesome and healthy meals all day. Recently, we launched two more brands, which is Meal in a Box, which is basically a complete meal in a box and targeting mainly corporates, and Cinque, which is a premium Italian fine dine experience at home, serving pizzas, pastas, risottos, and desserts. The beauty of this model is it takes away a lot of restrictions that limit the growth of FMA business. This not only gives you more time to innovate, but also reduces the risk significantly while helping you scale up your businesses. So, you can target different set of customers different price points and throughout the day. So your kitchen is not idle at any point of time, and the operations and is optimally utilized. Some insights about this industry, as we are into cloud kitchen and online food industry, the technology has a major role to play. Over the past decade, our country has grown rapidly to become more technology oriented. We are more connected today through WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and everyday life is increasingly driven by technology and its products and services. And more so during this pandemic, we must have realized that how technology has helped businesses survive, with many of them working from home, and yet the work has not been hampered. And now with both husband and wife working from home, uh, the both of the schedules are quite busy, and there are work pressures. You are working from home, so you have to work for more time. So ordering food has become the easiest solution. And riding on this increased purchase power, because both husband and wife are working, there's been a high demand, and the Indian food delivery market is projected to become 2,70,000 crores industry by 23-24, rising from 55,000 crores, which was in 2017. The major reason people order food online is convenience. India is a young country, and approximately 65% of the population is under 35 years of age, and most of them are tax heavy. Average Indian eats out around 6 times a month, which provides FMB players an exciting opportunity to expand. So this is a great opportunity with a great, India has a great population with younger age bracket, wherein most of in that age bracket the decision making is with them. These are some of our product images. There's Khause, which we serve in Yakuza, which is a bestseller. Then we do different types of sandwiches, bagels, your normal sandwiches, sub rolls, wraps, salads, and smoothies. So yeah, so it's all different kinds of foods and cuisines. Why partner with us? As we said, we are a we are a brand in growth. We are a growing brand with successful operations in Mumbai. We started off with one kitchen, and currently we have five. Currently we have three kitchens with five brands. We have a central kitchen, so there is standardization and quality control. We are investing heavily in brand building, as I said, and we'll be assisting with the local promotions as well. So you don't have to worry about what promotions you have to do, and we also support you for listing on aggregators like Zomato, Swiggy, Dunzo, if it is available in area. And also there is we have our own website, web ordering platform wherein customers can order directly. We have a team under Chef Amit, which continuously keeps doing R&D and for new products, concepts, packaging, etc. It's a professionally managed organization with technology at its core. So the franchisee will get the technology and the required training and support. It's an end-to-end integration with POS, aggregators, website ordering, delivery partners. So we have types with third party delivery partners, wherein if we get direct orders, we can get them delivered to through third third delivery partners. And also we have integration with CRM, marketing, loyalty programs. We have our own loyalty programs built for our loyal customers. So you can get the repeat customers and they can order you from directly, thus saving from the commission of this third party aggregators. So basically, it's a full stack model which you will get with effective data utilization, which will keep you updated real time with the overall operations of your kitchen. You can you are updated real time with the sales, what's your operations cost, the food cost, the inventory, which is a which is a major thing which wherein we have to take control, food wastage, and also since it's integrated with all the platforms, so all the orders land up at one place, so you don't have to maintain different softwares or maintain different hardware to get the orders. The franchise models are quite lucrative with attractive rate of returns. The We do FICO format with wherein we give minimum guarantee and which is hassle free, and we have investor friendly FOFO format with an attractive rate on return. We also provide comprehensive setup. We do complete hand holding. We provide complete training, as we said, and right from location shortlisting to assistance in staff hiring and training and much more. So the biggest advantage is that the cloud kitchen model simply takes away a lot of restrictions that limit the growth. In this model, the location and the capital risk is quite low. Because the location is not of that importance. We can do at any industrial area, any gala or any unit wherein you have, and not necessarily it should be main road facing, or you need to have in a mall or where the rentals are quite high. So here we can take any property you may have or you may want to get it on lease, wherein the rental is quite low, and so that's quick adaptability which we can have, and we can start any location in like very minimum time within 30 days once the location is in our hand. And the second advantage with this model is you can adapt to the trends very quickly, and demands which in there. So if we know what is going on in your area, the demographics, the menu can be adjusted accordingly without any investment or without any increase in your capital. Safety and hygiene and standards will take top priority. We give top priority to safety and hygiene standards. We all the staffs have to wear face masks compulsorily. There's a regular hand wash protocol which is to be followed. Every staff does the hand wash after in every hour. There is proper sanitization which we do. The tabletops, the vessels are sanitized twice a day, and we maintain contactless delivery. So if the customer is ordering us from us directly, we try to promote contactless delivery, wherein the customers don't get in touch with the delivery personnel. And that's how we'll be following further also, even after the pandemic is over then. And also we do daily temperature checks wherein the records are maintained. So, even if you're not there at the unit, what temperature and if your staff is under the temperature. So what we are looking at as a partner is we are looking for entrepreneurs and F&B players who are passionate enough and have good understanding of F&B industry and have capital and resources and willingness to invest for business growth with the ability to look after day-to-day operations. So having passion is more important. Like, you have to give your time. You have to have that passion to grow. You be innovative, probably give some suggestions from your end if anything is to be improved in the menu or so. We as a company are quite open and to discuss about your kitchen outlets performance. We do complete review of the overall operations, and so our support will always be there for that thing. So to expand our footprint and to capture the market, so this is again the support which we'll be giving. So we'll be assisting in the shortlisting of location and approving it. The kitchen setup cost is with the franchisee. We will obviously help in staff recruitment and payroll. Like, we'll be assisting you with the staff you want to hire. The staff training program is undertaken by us. So we do on-site training as well, and plus training at our existing kitchen. So your staff is first trained at our kitchen, and then our senior staff is deployed at your kitchen to help them and see them if everything is done properly. So it's a total 1 month process where 15 days your staff is trained at our side and 15 days our senior staff is at your kitchen to oversee the operations. As I said, we are completely and regularly upgrading our menu. We do, as our team is there for food innovation, we see what concepts can be done. With inventory and vendor management, our technology is already there in place. So inventory and management is taken care of. Software will be providing to you. There will be a complete operations manual and SOPs to run the kitchen smoothly. Kitchen upkeep and maintenance will be part of the franchisee, wherein they will be given the manual, and accordingly the upkeep and maintenance can be taken care of. For advertising, marketing, and branding, as we're already investing heavily, so that support will always be there from us. Plus, local promotions which needs to be done will be done by the franchisee, and we can obviously assist them in doing that. We already have a digital and social media presence, which is very strong. We are on social media on like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Google Ads, and we continuously keep doing on and offline digital marketing. So to expand our footprint and to capture the market, we have come up with exciting franchise models for our partners who would like to join us in this exciting journey. We have two models. The first one is the FICO model, wherein we are open to give individual brands as a franchisee or all the brands, which is FOFO. Yeah. This one is a franchisee-owned, franchisee-operated, which is a FOFO model, wherein we are open to give individual brands or a combined model with the area required from 200 square feet to 800 square feet, depending on the franchisee requirement. And the investment starts from 10 lakhs and goes up to 36 lakhs if you want to run all the brands. And the franchisee fee is included in the investment. So there's no, so the investment given here is including the franchisee fee. The benefit with the combined model, as I said, is it takes away a lot of restrictions. There's optimum capital, the resources optimally utilized, and you get all the brands to play with, giving your customers a whole lot of options to order from. So preference would always be a combined model, but again, as per franchisee investment preference, they can look at individual brands. The second is FICO, uh, wherein it's a franchisee invested and company operated, wherein the capex is by the franchisee and the operations are managed by us. So thereby living with no hassles of running the operations. Here again, you can do an individual brand, or again, we can do a combined model. It's not mentioned here, but we can do that. So currently this FICO model we are doing only in Mumbai, and again the investment size is same from 10 lakhs and starts up and goes up to 15 lakhs for individual brands. And here we are giving a revenue share of 5% plus a minimum guarantee of 15% annually. The term would be 5 years, and yeah, so you have no hassle of running day-to-day operations, and everything is taken care by us. So yeah, so that's all from my side. I hope I've been able to address majorly, and I'm open to answer any questions which you all may have. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Weber, for this presentation. It was very comprehensive, I would say, and congratulations to what you've done. You've launched these concepts, and you started after you finished your MBA from UK, this business. I also understand we also have Chef Amit Puri, who's one of the main chefs in the company and who's also been instrumental in putting this business together.
Right.
Great. So before I put and take some questions from the audience, I would request all of you friends, if you have any questions on the business model, kindly put that in the chat box, and we'll take it up and ask Vaibhav. And also we'll take up the locations that we wish to open. And to start off with, maybe I'll say, India has always been a very food loving country, and with every region having their own specific cuisine, very, very diverse, I would say. And we've also seen how the industry has evolved in the last 20 years, where food has actually moved from street to the clouds today. And one thing which we all would agree as consumers also, which has remained unchanged, is a desire for convenience, socialization, and also the high quality of food and service, which we still expect from any food company or brand. And ever since, while cloud kitchens has been in business for the last almost 5 odd years, but this lockdown and the current situation has given maybe a certain fillip to the industry overall. Because of low rentals, we don't need any prime locations. It is comparatively a low capex investment. There's not too much of investment on the interiors which is needed, and multi cuisines and multi brands which can be operated out of a single kitchen, which we also see an option with Ignite here. And the existing infrastructure of maybe some small format restaurants is also today available, which can also be converted to a cloud kitchen. And I feel that three important functions which are important for a cloud kitchen function, and I call it a POS, which is optimization of processes, which is very important. Second is ordering structure and systems, and lastly staff scheduling. So these three become very important, and all that is integrated through technology. And a lot of innovation, which I feel Ignite has also integrated in their business model for efficiency. So I'll take some questions, and maybe I'll start with the locations. I'll start first with the business model, and then we go on to locations, because I do see some people inquiring from locations even outside Bombay. Now, when we talk about the business model, and we've talked about two models, one is invested by the franchisee and operated by the company, and the other being a franchisee owned, franchisee operated. And you mentioned the franchisee invested in and company operations would be limited to only Bombay as of now. So will we be looking at FOFO also for Bombay, or we want to restrict ourselves with just FICO for Bombay as of as we speak?
We are restricted for FICO with Bombay. FOFO we are open anywhere, pan India.
All right. Now, coming on the business model, if I talk about both these models, if you can give maybe a little bit understanding on typical revenues one make, and especially, you've survived all these 8-9 months of lockdown, and you've been, working out of these cloud kitchens. What currently is, the expectation, if we can maybe, help our investors understand, especially for a FICO model, because he's not in the driving seat, he's not running and operating the outlet. So when we talk about maybe a 15% or a 5% kind of a revenue share, typically what does that translate to in terms of, the revenue which is given to the franchisee, one? And second, if you can also maybe help us in understanding the typical gestation time a business would take when it gets started.
Yeah. So typically, any cloud kitchen would take around 30 days to be operational, and after that, it takes around 6 to 7 months. I think the gestation period is just 6 months, because there's heavy brand visibility. There's already and due to a lot of promotions, advertisements, so you spread the word around. So the brand gestation period is 6 months. After that, you start earning the revenue. Coming to the revenue, uh, again, it's location dependent and area dependent, but on an average, you can easily do around 200 to 300 orders a day, which is on a very conservative side, with an average AOV of around 300 to 350. Currently, we are doing an average AOV of 400 to 450, but uh, due to lockdown, it's like family ordering, and so that's why the AOV is high. But again, when it comes to normal, so probably AOV might not be that high. So it may be around 300 to 350. So
Okay.
yeah, you can. The up, there's no up limit to the revenue. I mean, if the brand, if the food is loved by all, you have repeat customers, you have new customers. There's word of mouth publicity happening. So there's no up limit, but yeah, there's you can easily do around 300 to 400 orders a day.
Okay. Now, when we talk about unit economics, and especially when we talk about a cloud kitchen, it operates now on different unit economics, because a lot of your operating costs are comparatively lower, and while we also have a commission which is given to the delivery platforms like Zomato and Swiggy.
Right.
And would you want to maybe comment on typical margins which the business would have? क्या rental हमारे होने चाहिए business में, क्या हमारा manpower structure होना चाहिए, and what ideally is maybe the net margins the business can have end of the day? If I have a 100 rupee sale, out of what should ideally be your cost towards food, how much of that should be towards the other operating expenses? And also maybe if you can bring a delivery platform fee for cloud kitchen also into consideration.
Yeah, so obviously the major food delivery, the food delivery option is for the customers to Zomato and Swiggy. So the commission which goes is bit on a higher side. So that's why we are trying to get customers on a direct order platform wherein you save on the commissions. So yeah, that's an ongoing process, and that takes time to get the customer on our platform. So considering we have to bear those commissions from the aggregators, so that commission ranges from 20 to 25%. Uh, the food cost, we are currently at around 27 to 28%.
Okay, that's a
So
good
net margin
percentage to.
yeah. So food cost plus packaging cost, we can say it's roughly around 30 to 32 percentage of your revenue. So in
How
short,
much is the royalty? Because I didn't see a mention of royalty in our presentation. So what is the royalty in terms of
currently we are not taking royalty. We
it's a
just
no royalty model. Okay.
royalty. We
It's
want to
very
start
rare.
off.
We haven't seen many brands taking no royalties. All
Yeah,
right.
currently we're
It's
not
a
taking.
zero royalty model, except for the franchise fee and all the supplies which come from the company. There's no other recurring investment or expense for a franchisee.
Yes, correct, correct.
All right. Okay, great. Vaibhav, I'll come now to maybe FICO model, and this is for all because I see a lot of questions on the FICO model. How does that work? And I saw minimum guarantee of 15%, and the other was a revenue share of 5%. So, would you want to give maybe a calculation of that? What is the minimum guarantee of 15% calculated on, and what is this 5% of revenue share? Is it 15 plus 5 or whichever is higher? And give some maybe example. If we have a 5 lakh revenue from an outlet, or 15% MG is on the investment if he's making. If you could just maybe help us in understanding that structure.
Yeah,
The
so the
audience.
guarantee which we are assuring is like 15% on the investment which is done by the franchisee, which is
Correct.
minus the franchisee fee. So the capital investment which he does, which goes towards capex and all,
Okay.
on that we'll be giving 15% return every year. That's annually, plus 5% revenue share. So for example, if you are doing a 10 lakh of business, we will be giving you 1.5 lakh as a minimum guarantee, which is there, and 5% of the revenue is 50,000. So around 2 lakh rupees that will be fixed, which will be coming to you.
Okay, so this would be 15% of minimum guarantee on the investment minus the franchise fees plus a revenue share of 5% is what you're saying.
Yes.
Or which of the two is higher?
No, it's both.
It's
Plus
both.
50.
Okay. So which becomes 15% on the investment. So that comes back to him, and he also gets a share of the revenue which the kitchen would do. Now, having understood maybe this financial structure, what ideally would be the involvement of the franchisee before the setup, and would he be involved in any kind of activities, be it marketing or any kind of administrative activities, or he would just be a passive investor in the business? And any expenses that he's expected to undertake during the course of his agreement with the company?
So in FICO model or in
Yes. Yeah, FICO model.
So FICO model, we don't need the franchisee owner to be actively involved in the operations. Obviously, he is free to come and see the operations, but yeah, that's the decision making and all will be with the company. All the investments related to capex, machinery, location would be for the franchisee to get it done. The operating costs will be borne by us. We will be taking care of all the operations.
All right. Now, will it be plug and play where he puts the entire investment and you set it up, or he's given all these specifications to set it up and hand it over to you? And since it is FICO, which means the assets would remain in the name of the franchisee, or
Yeah,
will he have any benefit?
We expect the franchisee to set up the kitchen and give us in a operational condition.
Okay.
We'll be assisting them like what equipments and according to the layout which we uh, jointly decide, with the franchisee and chefs and the kitchen team. That all will be a mutual and a joint decision.
Great. And what locations would we be open? I like to maybe understand if you're looking at West to start off with, are we also exploring master franchisee or any inquiry which is coming from any part of the country? Would we be open to giving even a unit outside Maharashtra or Bombay? Or we look at maybe bigger partner who opens up and he's sub-franchisees?
So for FICO, as I said, we are currently restricted to Bombay only. And for FOFO, yes, we are. Sorry?
The other model, the franchisee-owned, franchisee-operated.
Model FOFO, franchisee operated, we are open for all the locations available. We can do West,
All right.
East, South.
Sure. Vaibhav, based on your own experience, because we talked about three different formats. You have Pan Asian food with Yakuza, we have a QSR with Sandwich Mania, and we also have Tandoori Trade. And these three different formats. And based on your own data, I'm sure because you work on a tech platform, you also have a lot of data which comes to you on the need or the demand, from the consumer. Which are the immediate locations, if we talk about only Bombay as a city, which are the immediate locations you see there's a big demand, and maybe some spots or regions within Bombay and maybe cities closer to Bombay where you think there's a potential which is currently underserved and not been able to cater to?
Yeah, so in Bombay, there are few hot locations which we see like where we need to be present. So there are this Lokhandwala, Andheri West, Bandra, then Port area, then New Bombay, which is again a good market and upcoming market. Then we can also look at Kalyan Dombivli side, and obviously outside Bombay we are looking at Pune and Nasik, which is closer to Mumbai. So we can so we are open to that.
Okay.
And also sorry, West in Mumbai, Goregaon,
Right.
Puri.
Sure. I'll pick up maybe some questions from the audience. I'll have maybe one of our consultants, Mr. Jaideep Naik. He wishes to understand, since we are taking care of operations in the FICO model, what happens on the insurance and the maintenance of the equipment and the other goods in the kitchen. So, who takes care of the insurance and maintenance?
So the insurance is done by the franchisee, and the maintenance is taken care by us.
And that's an annual insurance. Is that the
Yeah.
cost you would bear on an annual basis?
Yes.
All right. Great. And also, what is the kind of radius are we considering for us? One outlet, and is it 4-5 kilometers? What kind of radius are we giving to a franchisee within which the next outlet would not come in?
Right. So yeah, we the radius would be 6 to 8 kilometers, not more than 8 kilometers.
And what kind of training is imparted? Because you're Bombay based, and we while we understand your current focus is Bombay for FICO, and you look outside. What kind of training is imparted to the franchisee? You mentioned you need to have people who come from relevant background and experience in food. But having said that, on the manpower, is there any support given by the company? And second, when I talk about training of both the franchisee as well as the manpower which is deployed at the outlet. And I will also like to talk about the supply chain. How will that be taken, or how will that be supported for locations outside Bombay?
So with regards to training, we do a in-house training first. Firstly, when the staff is being hired, we assist them. We provide them with the what requirements we are looking for in a chef or operational staff. So, and we assist them for hiring them. After the hiring is done, we do a complete on-site training for them for 2 weeks at any of our current location, where they are trained with all the menus and SOPs, and the knowledge has been transferred to them. After the training is done, so one of our senior chefs will go to the outlet, wherever it may be, and oversee the preparation and the cooking methods are, and the menu and the recipes are followed correctly. And similar with operational staff, our operations manager will go to the outlet and provide the operational training to the operational staff. So the operational staff, you don't need much staff. I mean, the main manpower would be the chefs.
And how much manpower typically would a outlet need to deploy?
So again, it depends on the number of brands you do. So if you do all the brands,
Right.
then probably the number of manpower would be around 6 to 7, and plus housekeeping.
All right. I'll take one question from Mr. Pranav Kanakia. He wishes to understand that if we can convert maybe a FICO to a FOCO and a vice versa. And I'll reiterate that we're looking for a FICO model only in the city of Mumbai and not outside that. If somebody is operating maybe FOCO, can he transfer that to the company to operate? Or the other is, if he's taking a FICO, can he take maybe a FOFO operations in the due course of time? Is that an option which is available with the franchisee for Bombay?
That can be done, I think, once the agreement term is over. Probably. The current agreement is over.
And इसमें हमारे terms क्या होते हैं? What are term as in the initial term of the agreement, and what are the renewal terms after the agreement expires? Is there a
The
renewal
initial
fee that we
agreement,
charge?
the initial agreement term is 5 years, after which the agreement can be renewed upon discussion as mutually, and the franchisee fee can be discussed mutually again. So the initial franchisee fee is for 5 years.
One very important question, and this generally comes to us every time we're doing a webinar, especially on the cloud kitchen. And this has come from Rahil, and he needs to understand, and I'm sure a lot of audience do keep coming back to us with this question. And because of the current pandemic, a lot of people want to do tighter models, smaller models, and cloud kitchen was the way out. What would be the scope of maybe a business model like this post the pandemic ends? And because people would intend to go and eat out. This is one of the questions which I have from Rahil.
Yeah, I mean, even before the pandemic, the cloud kitchens were there. They were thriving. I mean, even when we launched the first kitchen, so within 3 months we were clocking around 500 to 600 orders a day. That was before the pandemic. So I mean, pandemic has just given the boost. But again, going back to the normal day-to-day life, wherein the corporates would be there, the offices would start again. So again, husband wife both are working. So there's less no time to cook at home. So people will not stop ordering. This will just increase, and it's a matter of convenience. You order food, you get food in within 45 minutes, and it's just 2 clicks what you need to order food. And the speciality of ours is we don't cook frozen foods. All our foods are freshly prepared and are spillage proof in a spillage proof packaging. So that's what our customers love. The food received is hot, so you get a fresh food uh, at your convenience and at a great speed. So the market is obviously there, and it's going to, I mean, increase on.
And I will also add, like any other business trends, because if you see how retail also has moved omni-channel, and so has food. So while it might look like a business which is only relevant in the current times, but even the biggest of brands that you see who had these big fine dining restaurants operating all across, all of these brands we're seeing, they all have come as maybe an extended business model. Everybody's come on the cloud today. So it's not a QSR versus a cloud kitchen, but that's an omni-channel for a food or a restaurant business where everybody, right from maybe the retailers who are selling their products to the food industry, would like to have a presence where they provide more convenience to people, and they're closer to their customer base. And so with or without a pandemic, cloud kitchen was always a model that was working even before these times. But we had a lot of unorganized people who came in this business, which historically no background, and poor hygiene. And we have seen these 8-9 months, a lot of these people have gone out of the business because they could not sustain. So we are seeing now a time where cloud kitchens would be run by specialized companies who have experience in F&B, unlike what it was in the past.
And also
Okay.
safety and hygiene will play a major role going forward.
Very, very important. And I'm seeing, and almost even the brands like Chai Point, and there are many other companies which were already, they were historically opening at spots which were convenience centric. They've started opening cloud kitchens where they want to be very close to their customer, and technology is making that very easy for people to reach out. Okay, I'll take another question from Pranav. He says, what is the average repeat order ratio, meaning how many customers coming back, indicating maybe a brand recall? So, you mentioned about 300 odd tickets per day. So typical, how much of that would be a repeat customer every month? And, and how much would maybe the outlet franchisee needs to work, acquire new customer base?
Anything in the ratio of 70-30 or 60-40, like 60 new customers, 40% repeat customers, or 70% new customers, 30% repeat customers is a good idea, good combination to have, wherein your repeat customers are there, but you're also acquiring new customers, which is also equally important to for your growth.
Great. Well, I'll take another question. It's from one of our viewers, Mr. Nikhil Ranade. He wants to understand what happens in case of a premature closure. While we sign for a period of 5 years, and in that case, while FICO, I think you already covered that with them. But what happens in case of a franchisee and franchisee operated if somebody wants to close the outlet? So we have our exit terms on that. Anything that you want to maybe talk on, maybe both cases for a FICO and a FOFO?
Mm-hmm. I
Or
mean,
there's a minimum lock-in period that we would expect them to stay?
There's a lock-in period of 3 years, after which, I mean, if they don't want to continue, we can, I mean, that can be discussed on the exit clause probably, and can be worked on one-to-one. Unless it is a very detrimental reason to not to continue, probably.
Right, and also because I think there's a lot of investment which goes in both from the company and the franchisee, and while there should be rare reasons why somebody would want to exit, and one should always wait for the return to come over a period of time. I'll
Right.
take one last question, or maybe I'll just repeat for the interest of people who have maybe joined late. Friends, I would request that you reach on the hotline number. I see some of you wanting us to go back on the MG model. We've already discussed that, and I will request if you can send maybe your details. I see some of you already sending your email IDs and your phone numbers. And if that can be sent across, we have a hotline number which has been put in the chat box. And whichever category, I think the three odd brands that we have talked about, if you're keen to explore all these three, let us know. If you're looking for a FICO model, I would repeat again, we're only looking at Bombay to start FICO model. Anywhere else, we would look at only a franchisee or franchisee operated model. Having said that, Bombay is also open for investors who want to operate and own the outlet themselves and run themselves. So Bombay has both the options where the franchisee can own and operate, and the other is where the company can operate. In case the company is operating, there's some guaranteed returns on the investment that you would put minus the franchise fees, and then you would get a revenue share on the business which outlet would do. All the operating expenses are taken care by the company, and yeah. So Vaibhav, I'll take maybe last question. Rahil has asked, is there a central kitchen in Bombay or through which all supplies are being made?
Yes, we do have a central kitchen in Bombay where all the supplies are done.
Okay, great. And will the central kitchen be and to within what radius can this central kitchen supply within Bombay? And do you think Pune, because he's from Pune and he wants to know if Pune?
Yeah, we from central kitchen we can do supplies to Pune and Nashik as well.
Pune and Nasik also. So great. So even Pune and Nasik are locations where franchisee and franchisee operated can be done, and the supply will be taken care from Bombay. Great. And everybody else, friends, will be able to help you with the information, the presentation slides. If you want to go through, we have a recording which is there on Facebook Live. You can all go through the same. And we can also connect you with Mr. Lodha sometime in this coming week if you wish to proceed for a one-on-one discussion. We like to have your details, city you come from. Let us know which model that you're keen to take ahead. And our hotline number is right in the chat box. Kindly take a note of that. And before we close, Vaibhav, I'll request you to maybe give a final message to the audience and maybe address them with the people who are actually listening live on Facebook and people who are present here.
Thank you, Sonia. I mean, it was wonderful having this session, and I hope I have addressed all the questions and queries which the investors might have. Also, like we are quite open to join hands with passionate entrepreneurs who are not in the F&B space but are wanting to enter into this space, but they are equally passionate like us and wanting to grow, innovate, understand the operations, technology. So yeah, we are looking forward to join them.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Weber, for coming in today. And friends, once again, I will request reach on the hotline number. And yes, the company will help you in identifying the right location, because the right location is the key in the business. Even when it is cloud kitchen, you need to be at locations which are convenient and in close proximity to your catchment area. So if you have a property, I don't have a name in front of me. If you have a property, you can reach out, share location, pictures, and maybe a Google map of these locations. If we find these relations relevant, we'll certainly come back to you on the same. Thank you so much, Vaibhav, and over to you, Archana, for your final remarks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Weber, for joining in today and sharing your business model. Thank you so much, Sonia ma'am, for your advice. Thank you so much, DL participants who have joined us today. You can connect with us at our business hotline number. We have given that information in chat box. We are sharing the screen with you. It's 97176-83838. That's the number where we invite all your suggestion, feedback, queries. Do share your detailed profile, your location, so that we can help you with the best possible options. You can connect with us, get in touch with us at our different social handles, information on your screen. We request and encourage everyone to please go to our Facebook page, Franchise India Brands Limited Facebook page is the link. Go under video section. You want to rewatch this particular episode. All the webinars submit which we have done in last 7 months, you can go, you can watch them. You can also connect with management team of Franchise India at their respective LinkedIn IDs, the entire team of Franchise India is happy to help with all business solution for each one of you. And tomorrow we invite you for Friday special webinar. It's a mega friend match where we represent top 4 franchise opportunities for each one of you, representing different vertical. Tomorrow we are presenting brands from media and communication sector, F&B sector, as well as retail sector. So please do not miss this chance. Join us tomorrow so that we can have updated information on these brands. Thank you once again for joining in today. Have a great day ahead. We wish great prosperity and great health for each one of you. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vaibhav.
Ashna. Thank you, friends.